This is my review of episode 9 of the House of the Dragon. I believe this episode is called The Green Council. We finally get to see Viserys has passed away and the coronation of Aegon has begun. But before we get there, we have to find Aegon. This was an incredible episode, a crazy episode. Let's jump right into it. So as you can see, I'm rocking black, repping black. That's what I'm repping right now, especially after this episode. Who wants to be on the green side after this? My God, they are despicable. The absolute worst of the worst. And even them fighting amongst each other was actually there to show you that they're still pretty bad. And I know they're trying really hard to show you that Alicent has this soft side and she's doing it from love. And she really does feel like that was Viserys' dying wish, even though she misinterpreted the whole thing. But I still don't buy it and I still don't care. I'm obviously going to be Team Black regardless. But I really do feel like this episode showed you not to mess with the greens because Otto is 2 steps ahead. Otto knows what he's doing, and Alicent also has a plan and also knows what she's doing. So I feel like this episode set it up in a really good manner to show you how absolutely awful the greens are, but at least they have a plan and at least they have some support around them to make sure that Aegon stays on the Iron Throne and to make sure that that's the right decision to do. A lot of this episode was centered around finding Aegon, and I love that this is kind of a race to find Aegon first between Alicent and Otto, but eventually we do get him, and we do find him when the White Worm has him hidden. So I do feel like this was to show you, like, man, if you really didn't like Aegon before, this is reinforcing the idea that Aegon is trash. Like, homie is trash. And he does not deserve to be king. He doesn't want to be king. He doesn't have any values or morals or anything that Alicent claims to have in her family. He has none of that. And he's watching kids fighting in this awful manner. He's making babies with anyone who walks. Like, the man has absolutely no regards for anyone's life or his own life. So I do feel like they set that up in a really good way, and at the end they show you him kind of accepting that, wait a minute, if being king is being boss and being loved, then maybe I'm in for it. Maybe I do kind of like it. And the only reason why he's loved is because his name is Aegon and he's a dude who has a last name Targaryen, and he's the firstborn son of a king. So therefore, the people are gonna like a male heir much more than a female heir. And he also has a dragon that I wish we saw in the show, but he does have that dragon that he has a connection with, and I hope we see more of it in the future. But either way, Aegon is accepting this responsibility, even though it is in a reluctant manner, and even though it is in kind of a shitstorm, he still feels like, all right, maybe I can take this crown, maybe I can wear it, maybe I can rock this look as the king. But still, the show does a really good job telling you that Aegon is not a good dude. We get a lot of Rhaenys this episode, and I like that scene that they had with Alicent and Rhaenys in her room. She feels like she's a prisoner, she's trapped. They have her dragon trapped, essentially. She wants to reach her dragon, she wants to leave there regardless. And we have Alicent tempting her to join the Greens, telling her that she's gonna face a losing battle regardless, and if she wants Driftmark, she can have it. She can have whatever she wants as long as she joins the Greens. But Rhaenys isn't buying it, and Rhaenys doesn't want to go back on her word. But either way, this all leads up to the very end with that crazy dragon pit scene and Meleys. But I did like it in the sense that we got to see Meleys, and I've always wanted to see this dragon and to show you how big and powerful this girl is, because she is that girl. She's a powerful, big, beautiful dragon that Rhaenys flies, and I'm glad we got to see her. I did feel like that moment was a bit much, but at least we got to see that connection with Rhaenys and Meleys, and to show you that if she's joining this war, whatever side she's on is actually very important, mainly because of the support she has, but also because of the dragon she has, because dragons are going to become the most valuable commodity in this coming war. So I like that we saw a lot of Rhaenys this episode, and I like that she got a hero moment at the very end of the episode with the armor on, that she rocked and she looked dope as F, rocking that armor, and she looked ready for battle, which is what we're eventually going to get in the coming future of House of the Dragon. Regardless, this was all set up to show you what the Greens are capable of, what the Greens are going to do in the coming future, and how Aegon is going to be the king no matter what anyone else says. And they're going to put anyone to the sword if you speak out against it. If you don't bend the knee and call Aegon king, then you're gonna have it, because that is how the Greens roll. That is how Otto rolls. Otto's a gangster. He does not mess around. He's literally mafia. Like, bro does not mess around, and he knows what he's doing. So that is there to show you in this episode, and I feel like they did a really good job of it. Next week, obviously, we're gonna get the Blacks and the Black Council, which I'm excited for, because again, I'm rocking that. Rocking with the Blacks all the way, Blacks till I die. But either way, this was a really cool episode on episode 9. I feel like a lot of it was more about setup, a lot of it was more about describing the situation that we're currently in right now. So it wasn't too exciting, but I feel like next week, the finale, we're going to get an exciting end. Obviously, I want to say keep your eye on Storm's End, but they teased that a little bit, but we're finally going to get that moment in the book with Storm's End, and it's gonna be freaking epic. I don't really care that they're rushing this moment, because I kind of want to see it, and I'm glad they're gonna end it like that, because I do feel like that'd be a kind of a cool way to end it. So even though we're gonna get season 2 not anytime soon, I do feel like it's cool that they're ending in that way. But either way, guys, let me know what you guys think of this episode in the comments down below. Make sure to subscribe to First Cut if you haven't done so already. You can follow me at Squad Leader Ace, and you can follow us on First Cut on TikTok at First Cut TMO. I'm making House of the Dragon TikToks on there. I'm doing my best, guys. It's my first time doing TikTok, so make sure and subscribe and do all that good stuff. But either way, guys, for the First Cut crew, I'm going to be peacing out, so peace.